What's up, YouTube? It's David here, and I am really happy to tell you guys that my assembly is done. This machine is live right now. I've got a UGS hooked up over here. It's talking to the control box and talking to the machine. I jogged it around a little bit, and it's doing its job. It's moving, so we'll do a little more configuring and messing around with UGS to kind of get it to do the things I want it to do. But it is working. So yep, it's 100% so far. I've got my power cord for my router strung up here on this rope ratchet hanging from the ceiling. One of the Facebook groups that I'm in, a user mentioned that there was interference when they had that in the drag chain, and Derek in the instructional video mentions that interference could be a problem if that's in the drag chain. So I'm just going to leave that out for the time being. It doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue there. I've had the machine in all four corners with it hung up like that, and it seems to be out of the way. So as long as it does not cause any issues, I'm fine with that. Overall, the assembly process has gone pretty smoothly. No major issues, except for the missing screw, which I finally have an answer for. These 5x16 machine screws, I've still got them, guys. I never used them anywhere. So for those of you who haven't seen my previous videos, when I came to the part right there, where these you put these screws in and you secure that little plastic piece that the Z-axis lead screw rides in. In the video right there, he says to use 5x16 button cap screws, and we didn't have 5x16 button cap screws. We had these 5x16 machine screws, and at that point, I think it was already like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I had spent several hours on assembly already, and so I just called it quits that night and picked up some 5x16 button cap screws, and I put those in the next day. And I was afraid to use these in case I might have needed them somewhere else down the road, but turns out we don't. So if any of you are in the middle of assembly right now, or going to be doing assembly of this machine very soon, when he is instructing you to attach that plastic piece right there that the Z lead screw rides in, he's going to tell you to use 5x16 button cap screws, and you're not going to have them. You're going to have these 5x16 machine screws, and those are fine to use there. I also had 2 of these 5x12 button cap screws left over. I've got 2 of these in here. The pack says there was 11 total. I hope I'm not missing some somewhere. I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure everything's pretty tight. I used Loctite, blue Loctite pretty much everywhere that wasn't nylocked, and I think those may just be extras. I've looked the machine over pretty good, and I'm not missing any screws anywhere, I don't think. But yeah, it's still some work to do. I haven't checked for. I threw a short torpedo level just on the middle of the T-slot spool board there, and just kind of took a quick look, and it's pretty close to level overall. I checked square yesterday, and it's all very tight. Basically, I just measured from corner to corner, and then the same thing from corner there to corner here, and I mean, it was dead perfect. So I'll probably do a little playing around once I actually get a bit on here. I'll probably do some tramming and make sure it's all squared up and doing what it's supposed to be doing, and make any minor adjustments that need to be made. But yeah, it's a pretty tight machine overall. I mean, I've actually been surprised at how little I've had to make any kind of adjustments. It really wants to go together and be a square piece of machinery. So yeah, no problem so far. Looks like a rock solid machine. I can't wait to get used, see it in action and get to using it. One thing, the only issue that I think that I've had with this is, if you look back here, I've got homing switches. Okay, I ordered the homing switch kit, and I've got the Z-axis homing switch right here, and I've got the X homing switch right here, and I've got the Y homing switch right here. Okay, look how small and flimsy these wires are. And not only that, that's only as long as I think this one is for the X or the Z. I can't remember now. I didn't mark it. I should have. Or did I? Yeah, no, I did. That's for the Z. The Z axis right there. That's the limit switch. I mean, and that's just ridiculous. I mean, come on, man. MillRight, I know you guys are a small business, and I know you guys are a growing business, and you guys are selling a lot of these. I understand that, but I mean, from the user's perspective, from the consumer, the customer who paid the money for this machine, I feel like we deserve something better than that. I feel like we deserve better wiring. I have seen users saying that they're replacing all of this wiring, the ones that got homing switches. I've seen a couple of them state in Facebook groups that they plan on replacing all this homing switch wiring with like 4-wire shielded cable. So, I'm probably going to do the same, but I feel like as much money as we paid for this machine, and especially as long as we waited to get these machines for most of us. I placed this order February 6th is when I bought this machine from you, and I've waited 2.5 months for it, and the build was very rewarding. It's been a lot of fun. I'm already seeing a lot of people using this model on Facebook, and it looks like a lot of fun, and I can't wait to have a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it, but I just don't think you're saving that much money by shortchanging us with not only cheap wire, but wire that's not even long enough to reach the control box. And the USB could be a little longer too, but that's I can use that at least. That I can't use. Okay, so maybe try to fix that, guys. If any of you guys from MillRight see this, please just use better wire and wire that's actually long enough to make it out of the drag chain. And other than that, that's my only complaint. Cheap wire, that's it. Other than that, I have absolutely nothing bad to say about this machine so far. It's very strong, very stout, very rigid. I mean, these are all 1/4-inch plates. Every yellow plate that you see on this machine is all 1/4-inch steel. It's very heavy duty, and it seems very, very rigid. So I'm sure it's going to be able to handle a lot of. I'm sure it's going to handle aluminum and brass even like a champ. Wood is probably going to be nothing. I see this thing moving. People doing like wood engravings and stuff with it, and it is chewing right through it. This thing moves fast. So. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm going to get off here. I think I've talked enough about it. I've said my piece about the wiring. And other than that, that's the only complaint I have. I'm going to get off here and get to figuring this machine out. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned for some more videos, hopefully coming in the next day or two. I'm going to try to keep this content rolling, especially if you guys are providing me feedback, telling me what you want to see and stuff. Please leave comments. I'm doing my best to respond to any and all comments that you guys are leaving. So keep tuning in. Hit that like button if you haven't already and you're seeing this right now. Please hit the subscribe button and help this channel grow. We're going to do a lot of CNC stuff, and it's going to be really cool. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you all have a good night. I'll catch you tomorrow.